Hey, what up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you. One of the big things that was being pumped up for Monday Night Raw was the Beat the Clock challenge to find the new #1 contender for Nikki Bella at WWE Night of Champions 2015. WWE had basically said that Team PCB, the submission sorority of Paige, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte, were coming in as a #1 contender. They just needed to find a way to get one girl to take it on, so they ended up saying that there was going to be all three girls competing in singles matches where they would each, compete to see who could beat their opponent in the fastest amount of time. The matches that ended up being split up were Becky Lynch going up against Alicia Fox, Charlotte going up against Brie Bella, and then Paige versus Sasha Banks in the main event. And I know in the long run, basically Becky Lynch got a win over Alicia Fox in just under 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Charlotte went out and won her match in about 1 minute and 15, basically with a neck breaker and the natural selection to get the win there. But then we got Paige versus Sasha Banks, which was a great way to bring in one of those fresh matchups that I had been talking about, basically where they brought all of these girls into this Diva Revolution all at one time. And even though the match only went 1 minute and 15 seconds, it was great to see these girls getting into the ring all at one time. With only having 1 minute and 15 seconds in the match, you could tell that Paige was got to throw everything in the world in order to win this match. And in the long run, Paige, hit a big knee on Sasha Banks, which looked like she was going to get a 2 count, but it looked like she was going to get a win after this. It ended up only being a 2 count. Team Bad ended up pulling Sasha Banks outside of the ring and eating up some of the clock. Paige rolled out, threw her back into the ring, and then tried to put her into a submission hold. I ended up dropping the hold and losing right there in the middle of the ring. But Charlotte is now crowned the #1 contender. Charlotte is going to go on and have her first Divas Championship match at WWE Night of Champions 2015. Charlotte was the girl that honestly was pegged to be one of the biggest members of the Diva, I guess you can say Diva roster. And it's sort of like, with her and the legacy of Ric Flair that's behind her, she was my pick to win the Beat the Clock challenge. Now we're gonna have to see if she's gonna be the one that's gonna end up being the one to end the reign of Nikki Bella. In 2 weeks, I believe that she's going to pass AJ Lee as the longest reigning Divas champion, no matter what the outcome of this Night of Champions match is. But it's going to be a fun one. In the foreseeable future of the Diva Revolution that's going on, we're going to see matches of Charlotte versus Paige. We're going to see Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. We're going to see Paige versus Sasha Banks. I think people were overreacting over the fact that WWE is hyping up this Diva Revolution too much, and it's letting people down. I think that just getting these girls onto the main roster and finding ways to let them loose once these squads break up, and everybody goes in their own separate direction, and people are actually looking for a way to, get a Divas title shot and be in the forefront of being a #1 contender, or trying to become a contender. That's when this is going to get really fun. You have a lot of girls that can really wrestle now. This is something that we've really been looking forward to. I think people are overlooking the fact that we had 3 singles matches in the Divas division on Monday Night Raw tonight, and none of the matches were matches that you'd want to change the channel for. Becky Lynch versus Alicia Fox, 2 good workers. You got Charlotte versus Brie Bella, 2 good workers. And you got Paige versus Sasha, who's 2 of the best workers in the division. So, I thought it was a fun thing to do. Charlotte's the new #1 contender. Let's see if she can get the title off Nikki at the Night of Champions pay-per-view.